to go through guided practice number 3 and 4 so that you can see if you did this right or not. If I'm dividing a squared plus 3a minus 4 by a plus 1, my first thing I'm looking at, again, I'm just looking at the first term because my goal is I have to get a squared. That's my first goal. So to do that, I'm going to say, okay, what times a plus 1? And I don't have to worry about the 1 just yet. I'm just worrying about the a. So a times a plus 1, that's my first step. And so a times a plus 1, a times a is a squared, and a times 1 is a. I'm subtracting them, which means, again, you've got to make sure that you change your signs. A squared minus a squared is 0. 3a minus a is 2a. I'm bringing down the 4. So I'm going to look again at a plus 1. And again, I'm going to look at this first term. I don't have to worry about the second. What times a is going to give me 2a? What times a is going to give me 2a? Well, I know that 2 times a will give me 2a, so I'm going to do 2 times a plus 1. So 2 times a is 2a, and 2 times 1 is 2. And I'm going to subtract those. So changing my signs. 2a minus 2a is 0. Negative 4 minus 2 is negative, negative 6. And what that means in guided practice number 3 is I actually have a remainder. So I have a remainder of negative 6. Well, is that a difficult thing to write? No. This is what my answer means, right? Just like you did with any other division you've ever done, my answer is a plus 2 plus my remainder of negative 6, but my remainder of negative 6 is over a plus 1, right? Because that would be divided by a plus 1. So this is how I would word my answer. Let's look at guided practice 4. As I've done before, again, 9b squared divided by 3b. How many times, so I'm going to look at how many times 3b, right, goes into 9b squared, or what times 3b is going to give me 9b squared. Well, I know that 3b times 3b is going to give me 9b squared, so I'm going to get 9b squared, and then I have to multiply by negative 4, so minus 12b. And when I subtract them, I change my signs. So I end up with 0 and 6b plus 12b, so I get 18b. And I bring down my last number, which is an 8. How many times? So what times 3b will give me 18b? Well, 6. 6 times 3 is 18, so 18b, right? 6 times 3b is 18b. 6 times negative 4 is negative 24. When I subtract those, right, I'm changing my signs again, I'm going to end up with 0 and a positive 32. So my answer is going to be 3b plus 6 plus 32 divided by 3b minus 4. Okay, that's guided practice 3 and 4.